Hey, this is Matt Wim from Ready Precision. This video, we're circling back to a video we did about a month ago about an issue that had popped up with the latest version of Chrome at the time, Chrome 117, and Niagara. Chrome removed the ability to use SHA-1 certificates or any certificate that had a chain that included a certificate that was using a SHA-1 signature algorithm. The latest development on this is that now Edge has followed suit because Edge uses the Chrome engine underneath the covers. So let's take a look at what this means and what we're seeing related to it now. All right. So, as I mentioned before, this is sort of a recap of what we talked about before. SHA-1 signature algorithm and SSL certificate change are no longer supported after Chrome 117. It's been considered weak for a long time. You haven't been able to use it in the server certificates since 2017, but they were allowed in root certificates. They no longer are. Here we are. So now, as of Edge 119 and a bunch of subversion information there and above, this feature change or security change is now implemented on Edge as well. And within this happened within the last week. We've seen a bunch of support tickets related to it. Guys who maybe had customers who weren't using Chrome, but were using Edge. Now they're seeing the issue pop up. The main difference with this, as opposed to Chrome, is there's no workaround. Edge has the flags feature like Chrome does, but they don't include this as a flag that you can set yourself. So that means that you have to go about the process of getting that certificate re-signed and rectify the issue that way. This is the way that you probably should be doing it anyways, so I don't see a huge deal with that workaround not being there, but it does make it a little bit more vital for you to make the change and update now instead of putting the Band-Aid on of the flag. So as we mentioned before, I recommend going to this website, plugging in the URL, and having the website look at your certificate chain, and then finding where the SHA-1 certificate is in that chain. And as you can see, this as an example, we have a full chain, and the very bottom, which is the root in this case, is signed with SHA-1. So that's why this particular certificate is not working. So fixes. I've learned a little bit more about this problem over the past few weeks as we've had more and more customers running into it. So I've updated my fixes information here, so hopefully it's a little bit more helpful for you. The first thing that you want to do is try to double check the certificate chain or the certificate itself that you imported into Niagara, and make sure that you're using the latest CAs from your signer. One of the features of certificates and the way that the signing chain works is that you can do what's called cross-signing, where there are multiple chains that a specific certificate can follow to get to something that will be accepted by browsers everywhere. So what I found is that sometimes you won't even need to re-sign their certificate. Your signer might be able to give you another batch of CAs and root CA that still work. So typically this involves like one of the CAs at the beginning of the chain being the same as what you used before, but then everything after it uses a different CA and then goes up to a different root CA that isn't using SHA-1. Where we typically see the issue with SHA-1 is on that root certificate. So the cross-signing thing might help you out here. Most of the signers will keep a repository of all of their CAs that they have that's publicly available that you can grab from their website. So look around for that. Also, you can reach out to their support people. Unfortunately, you may need to get past the initial support, salesy type people, in order to get this issue rectified, because a lot of people still don't seem to understand it. And then your other option is to just go up to your signer, have the certificate re-signed, and you can also try choosing a different signer so that you're actually using a totally different chain. Depending on the signer that you use, this may or may not be an option, but it's another thing to try if that rebuilding of your certificate chain doesn't work. Thing that I did gloss over here that I shouldn't is that you want to make sure that you're following the proper order of your certificate that you're importing into Niagara. So starting from the top, you're going to have your private key, then your service certificate, then all of your CAs, your intermediate CAs, and at the very bottom is going to be your root CA. Another thing that I have seen from some folks is they'll have extraneous stuff within there, and it'll work. It'll come into Niagara, but you might see results that you don't expect when you go to bring in when you go to load up the supervisor in Niagara. The certificate, might not show up with the correct chain that you expect. So just make sure that that chain is set up properly in the proper order and you don't have extra stuff in there. And then Tritium has also updated their documentation now to include the information about Edge, Brave. I'm not sure how many people are using Brave, but that's also affected. So that link is still there and helpful in case you need a little bit more information. So hopefully that was helpful. I've been learning more and more about this over the past few weeks as more and more support tickets come in about it, and more people run into it. So hopefully that's helpful, and I pass along the information that I have learned. As things change, if things do change, we'll put out another video with more information if we need to. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.